Hey there, Trisha with Upcycled Stuff. Today I'm going to show you how to take just a regular paper bead and turn it into a pendant using just a little bit of wire wrapping. So you can take one of your beads and use it just as a pendant on a necklace. So this is what we'll be making today. The supplies are pretty simple. You're going to need some crafting wire. This comes in a lot of different colors, different gauges, different styles. I'm actually almost out of it and won't have enough to finish, I don't think, this pendant, so I'm going to use this today, but typically I like to use this one. And this one is a 20 gauge. You'll need something to cut that with, just a pair of scissors. Any scissors will do. You'll need your paper bead, and if you need instructions, hop back to my channel and I'll show you how to make this very bead. And then you'll need, this is a pair of bent needle nose pliers. I think you can probably use a regular pair of needle nose, but I like these ones for finishing off the end pieces here. It gives me a nice little bend that helps that come out best. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is cut a couple of pieces of your wire that are going to form this loop. And this loop actually extends all the way through the tube of the bead, and these pieces of wire actually just help to keep your pendant on the string. So that's what we're going to start with first. So you'll need 2 pieces of metal that are probably about 3 times the length of your bead. Of course, I always overcut just in case. So we're going to make 2, probably make it 4 times because you're going to bend it in half. You need to make a loop, and then you need to make your little decorative elements on the end. Okay. So once you have your 2 pieces, you're going to bend them in half. Not bend, but put a, like no kink bend, but a nice little loop. Okay. So that right there, you want to make it a little bit bigger than what you think you need because you're going to have a lot of wire wrapped around this part. So once you have them all bent together, go ahead and stick your pieces through your paper bead. Okay, and then you're going to take your pieces and bend them up on the bead so that they are sort of equal distant apart. See how that looks like a sort of like a circle cut in quarters. Okay, and once you have it bent up, you're going to cut a great majority of each of those pieces off. Okay, and then you're going to take your needle nose plier, and this is where you're going to start wrapping and make these little pieces decorative. So if you just grab onto the end of this and start twisting, you can just see how the coil starts to form, and you can make those as big or as small as you'd like to. And then I just usually put one part of the needle nose inside the bead and then one on top of the metal and just squeeze it together to make sure it's flush with my bead. And then you're going to do that 3 more times with the rest of those pieces of wire. Okay, so now that you have all 4 of your pieces holding that bead into your pendant, you just need to make, I mean, you could leave it like that, but honestly it's not very pretty. Look at how unfinished that looks. So this is where we just start wrapping wire around the top just to help cover up the top of that bead and make it a little bit more substantial. So you're going to take the same wire again and cut a length off. I don't know, I probably cut about 12 to 18 inches depending on your taste, and you'll probably end up cutting some off as you're wrapping. So the first thing you want to do is take your piece of wire and put a little hook. Gosh, sorry, making so much noise today. and you're going to put a little bend in it. And just squeeze it, not completely closed, but you want it to be a nice tight fit when you put it on here. So you're going to just hook it onto your pendant so that when you start turning, because that's really all you're going to do is twist, it stays in place. Okay? So then just take your wire and twist. As sloppy as you want to be. I think that's part of the beauty, right? You don't want to go too far because you don't want to cover up your pendant hoop. Sorry guys, I'm trying a different camera angle. It's not really working out for me. So you're just going to wrap until it looks appealing to you, and you're going to snip, and then with your tool you can take that and tuck it inside the rest of your wrapped wires. Destiny says hello to everyone. Okay, you want to try to tuck it down inside so you don't, you missed that, didn't you? You want to try to tuck it down inside so that you don't feel it scratching on your neckline. And then if you want to play with it to reshape it, you can do that, but that's basically your pendant and it's ready for stringing.